Welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I never really thought I'd expect to say, because I expected WoolWars to be my ride or die. And by the title, you can probably see where I'm going with this, but I don't think that long term this is where I want to go. The community itself dropped as far as toxicity that is much higher than what it was, as well as the people you want to be around. There's less of those people. For example, Carson, Dionite, Epic Archer, Maniac, Firsty, David. I mean, the list goes on. And sure, some of those people might be a bit controversial. You may not like them yourself, but they're funny people. Like, if you just sit around and have a fun conversation with them, they're fun, they're funny, and it isn't always just about sweating. It isn't always about just playing comp. They'll pick you just... Sometimes people will get picked just on vibes. Everybody that's been from these duels, sweaty duels communities, from some Bedrock servers, from Ranked Bed Wars, just because they're notable people and they bring following doesn't mean it's the right people. The whole entire point of this is to expand, because if you don't expand, then eventually the people that run this, they're gonna eventually come to the point where they're old enough and they're okay, I really shouldn't be playing Minecraft. I'm like 25 now. They'll get to that point. Of course, hopefully before 25 they realize that, but it gets to the point where you're kind of at this roadblock. Do you make the server centered around keeping the people that have been with this game and that enjoy the game and are really here to see the game succeed? Or do you focus towards a new audience that has really done major harm to the player base that was originally there? If you look at the people that are queuing now, notice how the first 3 days, for example, I'm not that good of a player, especially with people I do not usually play with. But the first 2 days, I was 570 elo. I was flying. It felt really good, and I was playing with people that I played with before. I was popping off. And I don't usually do that well. And I felt really good playing with the same people I usually play with. But instead of being left out of 4 queues, I could actually play with them because they were forced to queue with me. Even if that meant I'd be last pick every time. We don't talk about that one. But nowadays, you've got a lot of toxic players. They refuse to get off of Arch. You have your 2 Arch maximum, which was such a smart idea. But for me personally, along with many other reasons, I think 1 Arch or no Arch cap is the way to go. And I know that's very controversial, but it's just my opinion on that. I really don't want to be followed as far as asked about why I'm making this decision. There's a couple things I'm going to have to leave out, mainly because I don't want to make this thing like an hour long. The community went in the right direction, except for it didn't. It started off really, really strong, and I think that I'm going to still be around for tournaments, and I think that's how a lot of people, it gets to the point where these kids are cheating in a block game. And that's the people that we're not trying to, but we are getting inside of the community. And all I have to say is, you gotta make the mod, you gotta make this entire community stronger, not bring in people from other communities to weaken it. Because we were all, the people that were originally in the community, they're all strong on wanting to see this game succeed. Many of the players in it now, they only care about seeing their stats, being the #1 WoolWars player. And none of them are going to achieve that. It just is what it is. And that's really my, like, big itch. They're not good like they think they are. If you guys want to see a part 2 of this, let me know. But that's all.